Hey, I'm Rico Black, inviting you to join us for our Saturday lineup. Starting off at 6 a.m., we've got Pete Little and Cajun Bandstand. At 7, it's Country Connections with Classic Country and Marcus French. At 8, it's Glenna Bell with 3 Chords and the Truth. And at 10, the Lone Star Jukebox with Rick Izquierdo and the Handsome Guy Crew. That's Saturday mornings here on listener-sponsored community radio, KPFT, Houston.
Hi, this is Clint Broussard from Blues and Hi-Fi, and you are listening to 90.1 FM, KPFT, Houston.
Listeners should be aware that the following program contains language and audio images which may be found disturbing and may not be suitable for your snotty-nosed little brat who probably cusses like a sailor behind your back anyway. Parental discretion is advised.
Daddy, I'm coming to see you at visiting hours next week. Mama ain't been doing too well, I'll tell you more when we speak. And Billy's loving high school. He's out there blocking for JV. I'm sure he's gonna come around by the time you get released. It's Friday night, the inmates go quiet. Listen for a voice they know.
It's time to holler down the pipe chase and rattle them bars, because we're going to do a prison show for you right here at beautiful old, historic old, exciting new KPFT Houston, from the heart of Montrose, where we all hope tomorrow will be a better day.
Dreams, I can see your freedom, I will hold you once more. To the men with no visitors, no money on the books. Remember, David's always gonna be here. You're never so alone. This thing's my love. It's Friday night, the inmates go quiet. Listen for a voice they know. It's prison radio. Prison radio.
And welcome to the Prison Show. Tonight is, there I am. What? It's my mic? Oh. Okay, apparently my mic is not working, apparently, but tonight is Friday, July the, what? It's working. I mean, I think it's working.
It sounds like you're talking in the room, not on the mic.
Well, I'm practically swallowing the mic.
Okay, but try a different mic.
Pause.
See how
Pause.
Versus yours. Yours is not plugged in or something. Please grab his mic.
Okay. Yes, sir. There we go.
Perfect.
Now what are we going to do? Okay.
I have to figure out how to give him another mic or plug that one in or something.
Can you see if this one's plugged in? So tonight is Friday, July 24th, and we're here, and what's unusual? Nothing, because we're always having gremlins. Always. Never fails. So, I did a thing today. Yes, I did. I got married. Now, of course, I'm going to keep him, keep his name out just to make sure, but his nickname is CJ. So, me and CJ got hitched. So, yes, I am married. So, anyway, that was the thing today. And David has lined up a great show. David's lined up a great show. We have Terry Peden here, as everyone knows. Terry Peden is the attorney, parole attorney, everything attorney, just about, right? Just about.
No baby mamas.
No baby mamas, though.
No child support.
No child support. Oh, there's a mic. All right. Can I get my stand?
No baby mamas.
Oh, wait, sing it again. No baby.
No baby mamas.
There we go. All right, so Terry Peden is here in the studio. Jennifer Toons, she's going to be on. I think she's calling in. She's already on the phone. Abraham Bonowitz, he will be calling in. So we have my mini mic stand, which I'm going to take. Here we go, and we're all right. Here we go. So, now that the gremlins are finished, are we sure? Are we sure? Are we good?
No, because I don't know which mic Terry's on. He's going to have to talk in a minute.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, that's the right mic anyway.
What?
That's why you didn't work, because he had the wrong mic in front of you and it was turned off.
Okay.
So you're supposed to be on C and he's on D.
Okay. Well, now C and D are up and ready. So Terry Peden's up first.
Woohoo!
I know. Aren't we excited? What you got for us tonight? Tell us.
Today, guys, I'm just going to come through with some stuff you probably don't want to hear, but I need to tell you, and before your family hires me to bring you home, I'm going to need you to take heed to what I'm saying, because if yourself, I don't want your mama, your baby mama, your newlywed wife. I don't want none of y'all money if the guy or the lady on the inside don't want to do right. So, here comes some news you can use. On Channel 2's, alright, for those who don't know, my name is Terry Henderson Peden, and I want to give thanks to The Prison Show. As always, it's truly a privilege and an honor to be on such an illustrious platform. And today, guys, I want to talk to y'all about, I want to pose this question. How bad do you want that cell phone? It's a good question. How bad do you want that cell phone? I asked that because the other side of that coin is, okay, I want it bad, but do you want it bad enough to end up doing another 8 years in TDC behind cell phone? I bring this up because as recently as today, and it's not an uncommon thing. It's 2026. We're in a virtual world, and cell phones are prevalent. Now, how the cell phone gets in the prison?
Ain't my business.
We don't know. But they're in there, okay? So the moral of the story is, I'm asking you guys, how bad do you want the cell phone? Is it worth doing more time in prison for? Because the point of the cell phone is to be connected to the outside, right? So if we're taking chances to be connected to the outside that can add up to, what, is it 10 years?
So, yeah.
Yeah, 10 years, second degree felony or something like that. I don't know.
And they can't get commissary or anything for
You can't-
5.
Yeah, you can't get commissary while the case is going on. You can't
You
take
lose your
5
visit.
years. 5? Say 5. And then, okay, 5, but maybe if you're catching them back to back, they can enhance that. I'm nobody's prosecutor, you know what I'm saying? But
And everyone's taking off your visitation list.
everybody's off. It comes with real consequences, right? So if you want to be connected to the outside, that's the question. How bad do you want the cell phone? Which one do you really want? And I asked that because I have a client who I spoke with today, and they were giving him 8 years of pop for the cell phones. And bro was coming back to back to back with the cell phones, and they was hitting him with 8s. 8 plus 8 plus 8 is 25. That's 24 years, brother. You want the cell phone that bad, right? And I'm going to bring this man home, right? He's going to get out well before all of that time they put on top of his head. But let's not play with them people, right? Let your success be your get back. Let your success be a demonstration of how tough you are, how bad you are, how mean you are, how far you willing to go for it. Show us how far you willing to go to be successful, not how far you willing to go to prove a point that ultimately proves to be a hindrance for you and something that holds you back and empowers what you're raging against, okay? So let's take an example. Say a person has 20 years for aggravated robbery, right? We know they would have to do 10 flat. It's aggravated 3G before they become eligible in the state of Texas, even though this is a nationwide. This is global. You know, we're sitting here. We're in Houston. We're going to the whole world. But in any event, you got 20 years on this ag robbery in Texas. You're going to have to do 10 before you become parole eligible. Common situation, you catch a cell phone case in year number 9, year number 8, right before you started to come up, you were getting loosey-goosey. You was thinking about everybody on the outside. You on the phone. Hey, man, I'm finna come home, man. I'm about to be home, man. Put me on the FaceTime, right? And boom, you get caught with the cell phone case. They can keep that cell phone case inside or they can go outside. A lot of times they'll go outside, meaning that they'll get with the county, whatever county that prison sits in, they'll go to the DA in that county and say, hey, this person was in possession of a prohibited item in a correctional institution, and we want to pursue free world independent felony charges against this person. Yeah? So in year 9, you catch this cell phone case. Bam, that messed off your first parole. So you ain't making that first parole. 95% chance you ain't going to make it. So then you go down and you might get hit with a multiple year set off. You're probably going to get hit with a multiple year set off because it was your first review and you just caught the cell phone right before you came up, which means they might not give you just a 1 year set off. You might get a 2. Very commonly, we see a 3. That cell phone comes with a 3 year set off. Very common. Real normal. Okay, so that means at 9 you get the 3, we get the 10, then boom, we come back up. So now your second parole review is at what, year 12, year 13 on the 20. Catch another cell phone case because now you're frustrated. You caught the case. Oh man, they ain't gonna help me out, man. I'm about to have to sit down here anyway. I might as well do the time how I want to do the time. Right or wrong, true or false. Okay, so now you're discouraged, angry, and can I say HORNY?
Well, sure, go ahead. You know what? Go ahead.
Dave is laughing. Can I say it? Yes or no?
Yeah.
And you're horny. Okay? You're horny as a little bullfrog. Okay? You horny as a little goat.
It's not one of the 7 deadlies.
I don't think it is. It ain't one of the 7 deadlies. Okay? You just horny as the devil. That's what you is. So you catch another cell phone case right before that second review after just getting set off. And they stack another 8 years on you or 3 years on you. Come on, man. You're killing yourself. So, moral of the story is, or I guess the moral of what I'm posing to you is, how bad do you want the cell phone? Is it worth that? Right? I get it. I know it's normal and all of this and that, but these cell phones can have catastrophic, devastating effects on you ultimately being able to come home to your family, be the man or the woman that your family needs you to be, your community needs you to be, and that you want to be for yourself, right? To live up to your fullest potential, far more than sitting in a prison cell, which I don't believe God put anybody on this earth for that to be your end-all, be-all purpose. I just do not believe that. Now, again, don't be so against the grain that you keep yourself locked up. Let your success be your get back. And then also, I want to share this. So one of my clients I was speaking with today, I don't know where he got this definition from, but I like it and I'm gonna run with it. So this gentleman shared something. He was just really profound, right? We got his parole hearing coming up, and before I have my clients' hearings, I circle back with them from our initial interview, and I make sure I got everything up to date, up to speed, see how they're doing, make sure our plans are still solid, if anything has changed or been updated. I get all the information before we go into the hearing, right? And speaking with my client today, I was thoroughly impressed with where his mind was. And he had a situation similar to what I'm saying about the cell phones. Bruh caught 3 cell phone cases back to back to back, and they put an extra 25 on them, and they're stacking the 8s. Now, it's a good chance when you make parole on that first one that you pretty much they're just going to bing you out every time you come back up for parole on that non-ag 8 in Texas. It's like, what is it, probably a year, a couple months or something. Like, you ain't going to have to do the whole 8, but in any event, I mean, I ain't trying to do 8 hours in prison cell. So this is what Brother Man shared with me. He said, man, I dug myself in a mean hole. I came down at 17. My perspective of the penitentiary was phones, drugs, women, and violence. The pen is not made for that. Break down the word penitentiary. Now, I don't know where he got this definition from. I was looking for it. But hey, man, we're the masters of our own fate. And I like his definition. You don't like it? Well, who cares? Okay, now the root word of penitentiary is to repent. And then this is what he said. To abandon an unhealthy perspective. To abandon an unhealthy perspective. Usually we think of repenting like, oh, I'm sorry. I ain't going to do it no more. I'm sorry. Please forgive me, right? But what about if we took a more active approach to what that word means, right? To where you abandon an old perspective. In his case, it was all of this negativity. In our case, It could be whatever it is. It could be, for me, I just stopped smoking cigarettes, and I'm pretty proud of myself. So I'm repenting against cigarettes. Whatever it is you need to repent against, go ahead and repent. How much time I got, Dave? 0?
I don't know. Keep going.
Okay. And then I got one more thing I want to talk about, because I was on the plane. I was trying to get off the plane a couple of weeks ago, and they said my audio was messed up, so I apologize to y'all for that. But nonetheless, this is something I came across today, just kind of sitting around thinking, was that, hey, this is for the guys who don't have life sentences. This is for the guys that got the 5 and unders, right? And ladies too, that got the 5 and unders. What do you mean 5 and under? I mean, you got 5 years or less, 6 years, something like that, right? You go down, you do your time, you make it up out of there, and you feel like, oh, well, that wasn't so bad. I can do that on my head. That's what they say. I do the time on my head, right? Now, maybe you could do that 3, 4, 5 on your head, but if you go back to that court and you end up back in them prosecutors' faces and them judges' faces, and now you got another crime, I dare to say something even more severe, I got 2 minutes, and you come back with another case like that, man, that 3, 4, 5 years is gonna explode. It's gonna multiply by 10. What's 10 times 2? 20. 10 times 3, 30. Come on, man. Come on. So don't feel like you're invincible because you got this short little turnaround time. Get out and make something of yourself. If you want to get free, call THP. And as always, man, it's always a pleasure on the prison show. My phone number is 334-544-9471.
Whoa. Repeat that.
334-544-9471. 334-544-9471. Thank you to the prison show. Shout out to all the guys. Keep your head up. Stay focused. And don't let nobody, that's another thing. It's another thing. Don't let nobody tell you that it doesn't matter if you take the classes or you don't take the classes. You know why? Because if you don't take the classes, they for sure not going to let you go. So if you go ahead and try it. Give them a try. Give yourself a try. You know, take the class and see if it works. But if you don't take the class, it's not going to work. I promise you. So, in any event, it is what it is. Bye.
You know, a lot of people, I'm going to jump in, a lot of the guys say that they started the classes, so that should show that, I'm like,
don't start it, finish it. We don't care about if you start it, we care about if you finish it.
I got like 30 classes started on Edovo, and I'm like,
oh yeah, Edovo too. If you can't get into a class for whatever reason, take the classes on the tablet. You give yourself something better than nothing, right? Be productive, be constructive with your time. Even if you're BSing and you don't care about it, play the game. They playing the game on you. You might as well play the game back. If not, you're just gonna sit up there and be a ward of the state. No, not a warden. You're gonna be a ward of the state. Come on, man.
Warden of his own prison cell.
Yeah, correct. So, nah, man, we ain't going for that. Put your best foot forward. Stay out the way. Love yourself. Find your purpose. Live up to it. That's about all I got today. I could keep on rambling, but
that's good.
You know, it is what it is. You know what I mean?
So what? If I gave you 2 more minutes, you could use it?
Sure, I could. I got another one. You want me to
go ahead?
All right, I got 2 more minutes. Okay, so here was another thing. I dealt with this recently as well. If you're inside on, obviously, some type of felony conviction, but outside you have unresolved felony cases that are sitting in your parole file as detainers, right? I haven't seen it yet, but they're not going to grant you parole until you get that outstanding warrant or outstanding detainer resolved. So you need to hire an attorney to go in that county, whatever county it is, to go down to the court and say, hey, I represent this person who has this warrant. They're in prison. I need you to put in a bench warrant to have them brought back to the county. In the midst of that, that attorney needs to be negotiating with the state in that court to see, hey, can you get this either dismissed, always the first goal. If not, can you get this run concurrent, or can you get this time served, right, for basically the time you've already been in prison. Lastly, if not that, can this be run concurrent with the charges that they're already in prison for right now? in a way that won't affect your parole eligibility, then when you come up for parole, you're being voted on for all of those things at once, opposed to, yeah, we know he has these cases, but he has these unresolved cases, and we don't want to release him on parole. They come pick him up, then they send him right back to prison. Now he's in prison on parole while he's in prison serving for these offenses he just took time for. I know it's confusing because it is, but nonetheless, if you got an outstanding warrant, it would be well worth your money if you're trying to get out ASAP on parole to pay for an attorney, go get them to go down there to the county and get that outstanding case resolved, so that way that won't be hovering over your head and kind of taking away from all the good things that you've been doing since you've been down this last time.
And that does happen where I know people, think they're getting out and all of a sudden.
All the time. All the time. I had a parole hearing today. And that was the moral of the story was, and they get this guy 30 years for some petty dope cases. He had in total, it was 2 cases. Bruh had 59, no, he had a little bit more. He had 95 grams of marijuana. I ain't no saint. We're going to stop right there.
You ain't no saint.
That man stopped me right on top. Cowboy Dave really loves me, man. He's really a true uncle. See how uncle just grab nephew. Wait. Don't say that.
Yep. Pull up.
That's all I got.
You did a good segment. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I can't say it. The manager got on me last time, but you can say it.
What?
Your catchphrase, man.
If you want to get free, call THP. Y'all can't say it?
No, he said if I say it, it's called a call to action. But since you're a guest, you can say.
I mean, it is what it is, man. It's just, it's pop culture at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I want to hear the rap or whatever.
Y'all want to hear my jingle song?
Yeah, the jingle.
All right.
Yeah.
Y'all asked for it.
Well, yeah, we would love to hear that.
How long is it?
Cowboy Dave, I got so many, man.
Yeah, well, we got Jennifer Toon. Right. We're already a minute into her time, so we need to get on to Jennifer.
Yeah.
You're not leaving anytime soon, though, right? You can do it here in a minute?
Yeah, you want me to hang out?
Yeah, hang out.
Yeah.
That's good.
All right, let's get to Miss Jennifer. Let's click on that. There we go. Hey, Jennifer.
Hey, I always will make space for a jingle.
No, go ahead, Jennifer. Go ahead. After you, man.
Well, good evening, y'all. So grateful to be here. And you started out with saying you just did this little thing today. That's not a little thing.
No, it's not
That's
a little thing.
That's a big thing. That's a big thing. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It is a big thing. I'm excited.
Yeah. Well, tonight I was thinking through some of the stuff I wanted to update folks with, and I think it's pretty fitting to talk about what Sunday is. Does anybody know what the 26th is, what anniversary that is Sunday? I'm testing you out. Don't be looking at your phones trying to look it up.
It's where they held him hostage? No? Or is that today?
Well, it was 36 years ago, on July 26th, they signed the Americans with Disabilities Act.
You know what? I should know that. I should have known.
Yeah, but today's the anniversary where they held him hostage at TDCJ.
Oh, yeah. That too.
Well, I tried.
You did good, and so that was an important anniversary to remember too. This month, July, is Disability Pride Month, and it's important to remember that the ADA was signed 36 years ago. That was hard fought. The ADA was one of the most significant civil rights laws in American history. It really recognized that people with disabilities deserve equal opportunities and equal access. And, this is really important for Lioness because there's many women in our leadership and within our membership that identify as having a visible or even an invisible disability. And I think sometimes folks on the inside don't understand why disability rights are so important. But here's some statistics for y'all. Nearly 2 in 5 people in state and federal prisons report having at least one disability, and people in prison are about 2.5 times more likely to have a disability than adults than the general population. So, folks who are incarcerated, there's a high likelihood that, they might have a disability. And when we think about disabilities, and we think about July being a month that we really recognize folks with disabilities, I like to, and Linus likes to use what we call disability justice principles. And now these principles originated with activist Sin Invalid. And so there's several different principles, but I would love to share some tonight, because when you really hear these principles of disability justice, you can understand why they're important to incarcerated folks too. And so one of the principles that I wanted to share with y'all is that everybody has value, right? Like, that seems so simple and common sense, but disability justice really stresses that, your worth is not determined by your diagnosis, your abilities to produce, your education, job title, and then, for us with criminal backgrounds, it's not even defined by our worst decisions. Every person has dignity simply because they're human. Another principle, now this one will sound especially resounding for folks that practice pure principles, is that leadership is important from lived experience, right? The people who have the lived experience through a challenge often have the greatest wisdom to offer. And so that applies to people with disabilities. It applies to people with incarceration. The people closest to the problem are the ones with the solution, and their voices should always be centered. Another principle is that no one is disposable, right? Our society often labels people and writes them off because of disability, addiction, mental illness, poverty, or incarceration, right? And so disability justice really rejects that type of thinking. So every person deserves the opportunity to heal, to contribute, to belong, and to grow. And then one of the last ones that I'll share with y'all tonight is the principle of collective access, okay? And so access is not just about, a wheelchair ramp or an elevator. Sometimes it's also slowing down so someone can understand, right? Sometimes it's reading something with someone who's struggling with literacy, or sometimes it's checking on someone who's overwhelmed, and just really just making sure that people aren't forgotten about or left behind. And it is the power to make someone else's life more accessible, and not as an afterthought, right? The things that we should do in social justice, and just in life in general, right, should build in the accessibility and the accommodations for everybody to be able to participate fully in the ways that they fully can. And it's not just something that we think about later. And disability justice principles, it reminds us that we all need each other. Every one of us will need help at some point in our lives. Even the most independent of those of us cannot be independent forever. And I think, at least I remember the way I was raised, and then, spending most of my life really being raised by TDCJ and prison culture, is that asking for help or depending on other people or like working collectively, like needing help, was kind of like this sign or this thought that it was somehow weak to do so, when in truth, it's actually a huge part of being human. Right, so I would love just tonight, as folks are listening in, maybe reflecting on it later as you think about disability justice principles that, I talked about, or just really reflecting on this really important anniversary Sunday. What kind of community do we create when we believe every person has value and no one is disposable, right? So, it's disability rights and disability justice is a part of the human experience. It's about dignity. It's about inclusion, and it remembers, that regardless of ability, diagnosis, everyone has the right to participate, fully in programs, society, whatever it is. And I think that y'all could see through those principles why they're so meaningful for us, because they really speak to, our experience too of, we've all been treated like we were disposable because we had been in the criminal justice system. So it really resonated with me and a lot of the folks in our Lioness community. So, yeah, that's what I had for y'all tonight, to just really, make sure that folks remember that an important part of the TDCJ population identifies as having some type of disability, and it really is important to remember that and to make room for it from the beginning.
And, listening to you talk about the dignity part, it's constant. We get messages from families, from friends, from people on the inside reaching out about someone else, because typically, I'm going to say typically, not in all situations, but TDC does not treat anyone with dignity, but especially those who have a disability, leaving them, an elderly person on a walker who's fallen. Other people around him help before an officer will, typically. Mm-hmm. At least that's what we hear.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. Like, I think of all the times in my 20 years of, when we had no one else, we had our community. And we had to take care of the elderly, the women who were deaf or low vision, or for whatever reason, their abilities were different. And, that I think that's the principle too that speaks to me, and it speaks to why, for me, the Lioness community is so important for me, is because it was that collective community care that was able to help me stabilize, whether that was, with my mental health condition or even just day-to-day stuff, right? It was that collective care. We are dependent on each other, interdependent upon each other. And I just remember so many times that was seen as a weakness, and it's not. It's necessary, and it's just really embedded in us as humans to need one another.
It really is, and I can tell you, being handicapped myself, sometimes it does feel like, people do not treat me with dignity, and in the criminal justice system, it's twice as bad. And even when we're at visitation and we see someone, it's sad. It really is, the way they're treated. So and I should have remembered this anniversary, and thank you for pointing it out, because it's a very important anniversary.
Yes, it is, and before I helped co-found Lioness, my first policy job, as y'all know or may remember, was at the Coalition of Texans with Disabilities, and it's always been a special community that I do identify with, right? Because again, not all disabilities are visible, and just the things that I've struggled with my mental health as that has impeded my ability to fully participate sometimes, or really, it's been a barrier that I haven't always had accommodations for, that were accommodations that helped me thrive and weren't just like treated as some afterthought, and really understanding the needs of people with disabilities. I watch a lot of videos on Instagram or TikTok where disability activists are kind of, showing what the world looks like through their eyes. And there was a woman that was showing, yes, there's a ramp here, but can I really use it? Right? Like, she's struggling to pull herself up this very steep ramp, but it was kind of like, well, it was put there in somebody's mind as, oh, here's a ramp for in case anybody needs it. But nobody actually asked a person in a wheelchair well, is this appropriate? Could you, like, make it up the ramp at this slant? And she shows how dangerous it was, like, trying to navigate even this accessibility ramp that was meant half-heartedly to help her, and it was actually a hindrance and far more dangerous than her trying to go up the steps just, by herself without it. And so accessibility doesn't just mean throwing something together at the last minute. I won't use profanity, but like half A and Z. You know what I mean? It's really centering people with lived experience about and asking them what they need and what works for them, and that not just being told for them the same way. And these principles spoke to me because I think that we all experience, as formerly incarcerated and incarcerated people constantly talking for us and telling us what we need and want, when the truth of the matter is no one ever asked. Yes. And so
very true.
Really centering the population that is closest to the issue. And so I hope everybody, maybe you'll go to the library, or maybe you'll ask friends and families to send you books on disability justice. It's really, there's a lot to learn from disabled activists.
Well, Jennifer, why don't you give everyone your address so that they can write you a letter if they don't have you on the tablet? Shoot that out to them.
Sure. Folks can write me at Lioness, P.O. Box 12051, Austin, Texas 78711.
Well, we appreciate you being on the show, and we hope you have a great weekend. And I will be celebrating Sunday.
All right. It's good to talk to y'all.
Good to talk to you, too. Have a great weekend.
All right, you too. Bye.
Bye-bye. All right. I think it is time for Abe. Hey, Abe.
Well, greetings, everybody. Glad to be with you tonight. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Well, terrific. This is one of those rare times when I've not been able to listen to the show up until my time, so I hope I'm not repeating anything, but just glad to be with you all. Calling actually from near Charleston, South Carolina today. I'm on my way to Florida, where they've got some crazy stuff happening in the coming days, but took the opportunity to come and stop and visit my son, who works here in South Carolina. So in any case, lots going on. Let me get right to it. In particular, I mentioned Florida. For the first time in decades, this Tuesday, a single state is going to have 2 executions, one at noon and the other at 6 p.m., which is their normal time. But the guy they're going to kill at noon is a guy named James Duckett, and he has always maintained his innocence and has nothing but circumstantial evidence against him. And there was some DNA that they chose to test. He was scheduled to be executed, I think it was in March, but he got a stay to test the DNA, which of course came back inconclusive. And what that means is nothing. It doesn't mean that he's guilty. It doesn't mean that he's not guilty. But when you add the fact that he really wanted whatever this evidence was, to be tested, because all the other evidence against him is circumstantial, including the teenage witness who testified against him at trial changed her story and confessed that the police had coerced her into testifying against him, but she confessed to that later. And of course, that doesn't matter. Evidence of innocence is irrelevant once you've been convicted, it would seem. So anyway, the DNA was neither implicating or exculpating, and what that means is it doesn't matter, and they're going to go ahead and kill him. And because he had a stay, they decided, we're going to just run him up to the front of the line. So in Florida, they have 3 death watch cells, and they come and tap you, and you go into cell number 1, and then the next guy gets tapped, and he goes into cell number 2, and then cell number 3 gets filled up, and each time they execute somebody, the guy in 2 goes to 1, the guy in 3 goes to 2, and they put another person in cell 3. And that's what they've been doing. This will be their 11th execution this year. They did 19 last year. So because James Duckett has been occupying, I guess it was cell number 1, not sure, but because suddenly there was nothing in the path of his execution, they just picked the next execution day. This was just announced 2 weeks ago. They picked the next execution day and said, okay, we're going to do him first at noon, and then they're going to do the other guy that's scheduled to be executed, an 80-year-old man. He'll become the oldest person ever executed in Florida at age 80. So they've been ramping that up too. The last guy they executed was 74. Prior to that, the guy was 70. So as if that's a thing, we're executing people that are old and infirm, and in this case, he can walk, and he's reasonably. His name is Dominic Ciccone. I hope I'm saying that right. But anyway, back to James Duckett for a moment. So they're going to kill him at noon, and then they're going to kill Dominic Ciccone at 6 p.m. That's both of those on Tuesday the 28th this week. So I'm on my way down to Florida, where we'll be working with our partners at Floridians for Alternatives to the Death Penalty and Journey of Hope from Violence to Healing, and of course Pax Christi USA and the various other state and local groups that are focused on this issue, to shine a spotlight on it and say, this is unnecessary, and especially doing 2 in one day. Come on, we don't need to do that. And of course, Florida has another guy scheduled in just a few weeks, and then now the 2 cells are going to open up, they'll just add 2 more. It reminds me of what Newt Gingrich, if you know who Newt Gingrich was, as a congressman from Georgia and other leadership roles, but he once proposed an electric couch so that we could execute multiple people at the same time. Just crazy stuff. So that's what's happening there. And then we'll fast forward a couple weeks. We get a couple weeks off, but then we're going to get over to August 13th, which currently has the only 3 executions that are scheduled in August. That's going to change. Actually, that's not true. William Silva has been added now. Just a couple of last week they added his date. William Silva is scheduled on August 18th, and you can expect then maybe they'll get one more in before the end of August. But on the 13th, we're going to have 3 executions in 3 different states. Carlos Costa Rodriguez in Oklahoma, who I think I might have mentioned this on the last call. He, during his clemency hearings, actually surprised his defense. When it came his turn to speak, he said, I don't want clemency. He wants to be executed to show his penance for the victims and his regret for what he did that got him on death row. Same thing. Later that day, Jeremy Williams in Alabama, same thing, has waived his appeals and said, go ahead and kill me, as this is what will help the victim families, and I want to be remorseful, and this is the only thing I can do is give up my the only people that can get a state-assisted suicide is when you're death sentenced and waive your appeals. And so for us, we don't want to step on the agency of a prisoner to choose to waive his or her appeals, and at the same time, this is still the government killing in all their names and doing so in a random and arbitrary way that is more about where the murder happened and what's the budget of that county, can they afford a death penalty trial, and what is the race of the victim. All those things matter more than the severity of the crime in terms of letting government get away with this power to execute people. So, again, we don't want to step on the agency of prisoners to choose how they're going to go. And we also want to recognize that the only way you get to choose is if you kill somebody and are sentenced to death. So in any case, that's I mentioned Carlos Cuesta Rodriguez in Oklahoma, Jeremy Williams in Alabama, and then Daryl Hines in Tennessee, also on the 13th. So 2 at 10 a.m. Central Time is the Oklahoma one and the Tennessee one, and then at 6 p.m. in Alabama. But the thing about Daryl Hines is that this guy is also not well. He has recently had multiple strokes, leaving him paralyzed on his left side, partially blind, in constant pain. He struggles to speak, to chew, it's a miserable existence it has to be. But those who are executing is somebody that is just, it's going to be another wheelchair execution, in the sense of, here's a person that is no threat to anybody. I personally find it, kind of a mercy killing in a way, given the space that he's in. And the other question we have to ask is, can we trust Tennessee to get it right? Because remember, Tennessee, in its last execution attempt in May, Tony Carruthers is still alive because they messed it up. They didn't get it right. They couldn't get a second IV going. And as a result, apparently they've left him partially paralyzed and traumatized on top of that, because how awful would it be to be on the execution table, even maybe having to help them try to establish the intravenous connections. Certainly they cut him up. They had a doctor, a physician, participating, which is unethical on its face. And this doctor apparently had not tried to do what they call a central line, when they put a central line straight into a main blood vessel, and the guy messed it up, and they had to stop in the middle. Well, now the current thing that the prisoner Darrell Hines is arguing is that they should not be able to execute him in this way without reviewing the protocol, and if they are going to do it, then they need to have a different doctor, not the one that messed up the last one. As if doctors are lining up to participate in executions. I don't think that's happening. It shouldn't be, of course, because it's unethical for medical professionals to participate in executions, and yet they find people like that. So that's one of the issues. The other thing that's come up, interestingly enough, is an op-ed was published in the Tennessean by a guy named Ian Congleton, who is a former correctional officer there in Tennessee, participated in the executions back in 2017, I guess in 2018. And now he is out talking about the way this left him with PTSD, participating in executions. So this is the newest, the latest of a steady string of corrections officers who have participated in executions and then come to recognize how damaging it is to them. A few weeks before that, about a month ago now, we published an op-ed from Ron McCann, who carried out the last 3 electric chair executions in Florida as the warden at Florida State Prison. And, he ended up having to leave that work, becoming deeply alcoholic and all of that, had to recover from that, and basically joined Floridians for Alternatives to the Death Penalty, and later when we started a death penalty action as an outspoken MAGA conservative. He's a pretty right-wing guy, big Donald Trump supporter. This wasn't when he first joined us, because that was before Donald Trump was involved. But here's this pro-death penalty guy who carried out executions saying, don't do this anymore because it will damage you. Calling on corrections workers to refuse to participate in executions because they will suffer the way he did in some way. And Ron talks about the men he executed coming and visiting him in his dreams, sitting on the edge of his bed, talking to him, in the ashen face that he last saw them after executing them by electric chair. So these are the things that are happening right now. We're also waiting for the state of Idaho to set its first execution dates in a number of years after they failed. Another guy who they tried to get an IV going, failed, sent Thomas Creech back to his cell, still alive, and that is the reason that they changed the law last year to make it so that firing squad is the primary method of execution in Idaho. And so they don't have to worry about establishing an ID. You don't have to worry about getting the drugs. We got plenty of bullets. We got plenty of people willing to shoot a prisoner. And, so we're waiting to see it when they set dates. And finally, I want to mention we've got a couple of people in Texas, of course. Shout out to James Lerman and Ramy Kershaw, I hope I'm saying that right, and I apologize if I'm not. We also have Jamal Howard and John Rubio in line in October and November. But on September 30th in Tennessee, also we've got Krista Pike, who was 18, barely legal, when she apparently participated in a murder, and she has severe mental illness issues. But it's going to be another big deal because it's a woman being executed. So those are the things that are happening now. And with that, I just want to say, please go to deathpenaltyaction.org, sign the petitions for each of these cases so that we can add your name to those we're turning in. Most urgently, we'll be doing a petition delivery in Florida on Monday. So go to deathpenaltyaction.org, sign those petitions if you can. And of course, if you don't have access to signing petitions, send us a note if you want to. Death Penalty Action, P.O. Box 27212. That's P.O. Box 27212. Columbus, Ohio 43227. P.O. Box 27212, Columbus, Ohio 43227. And see you all in a couple of weeks. Thanks so much for having me on again.
Thank you, Abe. You have a great weekend.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right.
Yeah.
If you want to be free, if you want the best, my G, it doesn't take much to see.
Is that the winner?
It's the winner right here, Dave. I ain't coming second or third, man. I can't be number one, man. Number one.
If you want to be free, if you want the best, my G, it doesn't take much to see. Protect your rights, my G. Consultation free. I said 334 544 9471.
One more time, Dave. And I'm gone. One more and I'm gone. I'm dropping the mic.
THP, if you want to be free.
I'm out. I'm done. That's it, guys.
That's awesome.
Thank you, Prison Show. Much love. Get out of prison. Don't go back. Bye.
Right. Be careful, man.
Shit. I don't know what else to say, guys.
That's it.
I'm gone.
Friday night, the red lights on. Another week, another song. Across the miles through steel and stone, a lonely heart knows they're not alone. Families waiting by the phone, prayers whispered from back home. Hope comes riding on the air with every voice that says we're here. When the world is turning away, love still finds another way. We're a voice that will go on when nobody calls. We're hope in the darkness, standing strong through it all. Every shout out, every prayer, that's somebody know we care. Second chances start today. That's the prison show's way. till every soul's won. From prison yards to family homes, no one has to walk alone. Facebook Live, YouTube too, sharing stories old and new. From every heart that's been set free, hope is stronger than history. Voice through the walls when somebody falls. We're faith for tomorrow when yesterday calls. Every story, every day, every life can change again. Love can reach where hearts can't go. That's the prison show. So tune in Friday nights where hope meets heart, faith meets hell. Every heart has found its way. We'll keep broadcasting every Friday.
You're listening to KPFT Houston. This is Cowboy Dave from The Prison Show. I wanted to invite you guys to call us any Friday night after 9:45 p.m. Central Time and leave a shout out for your loved ones. Just call us at 713-526-5738, option number 2. You can also leave a pre-recorded message on our Facebook Messenger app during the week, or you can email me at david@theprisonshow.net.
Across the dial at night, a faint blue glow in the pale cell light. Concrete walls and a steel bunk bed, listening close to the words unsaid. Down in Houston, the signal starts to rise. A lifeline cut through the razor wire skies. Oh, turn it up low, let the radio play. Bridge the miles that are standing in the way. A voice from the free world, loud and clear, saying someone outside still holds you dear. It's the prison show, cutting through the dark. A steady signal and a human spark. Names read out like a sacred text. Who's coming home now? Who's worrying next? Shout out sent to a tear-back row. Past the gates that are guarded and slow. For an hour or two, they're part of the time when the airwaves roll and the walls break down. Oh, turn it up low, let the radio play. Bridge the miles that are standing in the way. A voice from the free world, loud and clear, saying someone outside still holds you dear. It's the prison show, cutting through the dark. A steady signal and a human spark. The fading out as the morning nears, carrying
And we're back. I was talking about the finger guy. I didn't realize finger guy was here.
He was right behind you.
He was right behind me. I was like, what about finger guy? And he's behind you. It's like, oh, there he is.
He was pointing at you.
Yeah. So he hadn't been to the studio in a...
What did you think of the new music? Could you hear it at all?
Yeah, I could.
Yeah.
You sent it to us, though,
Yeah,
right?
I shared it to you.
Yeah.
You had whatever you call it. You got to preview it.
Preview it, yeah.
Yeah, I got a few more of it. I thought they're pretty cool. And then I had some people that contacted me about their music, and they were asking me questions on what the rules were and stuff. And I'm like, well, they got to be clean, you know. I mean, we can't have a bunch of cussing and stuff. And and then I thought about it. And, you know, the one from last week was Cole. His dad was in prison, and they sent us that. Remember that? Mm-hmm. And one of the lyrics in there was about some big old titties. I thought, well, that wasn't real clean. Here I am telling about some clean music, and then here Cole was singing about some big old titties.
Yeah.
So then the guy came back again, and he asked me, he says, well, what exactly do you mean? He said, can I talk about, you know, not doing drugs and about being positive? And so I had been working with that with AI, and so I created a song out of the How It Works out of AA. It sounds really good.
It does, but we do like to hear originals from
everybody. Yeah.
Yes.
But it really needs to be prison related, somewhere or another.
Unless you were in prison, that's prison related.
That makes it prison related. But if you're just trying to get music on the air, and it's not prison related, and you're not prison related, and I can't figure out how to make it tie two and two together, then I don't know. Send it to me and let me review it, I guess. David at ThePrisonShow.net.
Yeah, a few people have contacted us, but they never sent it to you, I don't think.
I've had 3 songs, and I've played 2 of them, so I've got one song I hadn't played yet, and it's about a Martian.
A Martian?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
all right.
I'll probably put it on one of our extras. And that's another thing I want to let everybody know, is if the way I did it last week, I guess maybe the week before, is if you're listening to the audio, you don't get the extras. But if you watch the video, you get to see a few extras. So we got some clips of us, clips of our lives, clips of things that we've been through, maybe, I don't know, clip of me riding a motorcycle, clips of the ducks.
How about my foot?
Kitty cats. I got a foot. You gave me a picture of your shoes.
Yeah, well, floating away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you gave me one with you eating a Snickers. I'm not sure I'm going to publish that one. That looked more like Pat than it did you.
Now, you see, I did not say, that was not me. Just so y'all all know, that was not me.
That said it? Well, you're the one that had the Snickers.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
That was what, 1974 that picture was?
Was it?
I'm kidding.
Oh.
No.
I was going to say, man, you hadn't aged today.
It was a little while ago, but yeah, no. Yeah, I did that. Yeah. that was me. However,
well, we've been sharing a lot of old pictures from the prison show and different over the years. Some of Ray. The guys haven't been able to see us. They haven't been able to see backstage, so to speak.
Yeah, I've had a few comments about it. Wow, you look so young. I'm like, okay, that really wasn't that long ago, so I must age really bad or something. So I'm telling you, that wasn't long ago.
Those are like 2018, 2019.
Yeah. So it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, but I can start showing some before and after the finger guy.
Yeah, finger guy.
He's getting up there.
Yeah, finger guy is getting up there. And we were talking about the billboards that, you know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he sent me, they got a new one, right?
A new billboard.
A new billboard about Dick.
About Dick. The new billboard.
Yeah. I posted it. Yeah, it was in one of our videos, I think.
Yeah. They're real billboards.
The guy's a real attorney.
He sure is, and he's making some money.
Just try Dick.
Try Dick.
I'll pass.
So, I think Miss Leanne has been holding for a minute. Just a minute. So let's get Leanne on there. Hey, Leanne.
Hey, Dani, how are you? Hey, Dave, Miss Linda, hello.
How you doing, Miss Leanne?
I am doing great. I'm doing much, much better. I'm walking a little bit more, so I'm feeling good. I got some shout-outs and some updates on what's been going on behind the scenes of the Reaching Behind Bars Network. I think I want to start off with bringing to mention Brighton Lane under the guidance and care of Miss Linda Mobley. And I've been getting videos from the guys there telling me just how well she's been taking care of them, providing for them, making sure that they're on track. I am now the reentry case managers there. We got some things we're trying to work on regarding people who have been convicted of a drug offense, that they're being permanently, forever barred from medical resources. So that's something I'm going to be reaching out to the state representative about. And so that's one thing. But Miss Linda has been doing wonderful. Thank you for what you do, Miss Linda. And I hope that we can continue to stay on track with the guys there and see that their needs are met, and we can do some fundraising for, generally use clothing, hygiene, stuff that they need to help the location there, okay? So the next shout-out I would like to mention would be Connor. Connor is currently in transit on a road trip, 7-hour road trip from the micro unit to the wing unit. So he won't get to hear this, but his family will. And so we had to work really hard on this, and I call it behind the scenes, angels behind the scenes. A lot of times we like to, point out just the wrongs that TDC does to its prisoners, and the general attitude of indifference when they really don't care about their well-being. I mean, that's just the reality, the ugly reality. Well, in my networking across the years, I have to network with classification, parole, Austin, Huntsville, all of that. Well, I had an urgent situation with Connor, and I tell you, it took me 19 hours straight, no sleep, 3.5 hours of rest, finally. And I think you guys saw my post on that. But we were able to get something that I needed to get done for this client. And I thought that it wouldn't happen for at least 2-3 weeks. Oh, no. It happened in 24 hours. I got the email. I had the family on a conference call. And what we needed done got done. So there's an angel behind the scenes in classification in Huntsville that's working very well with me and with my client Connor. And so he's excited to be away from the micro unit because it was really bad. They had him in overflow, and they had him in a 3-week lockdown. But the thing that I never knew about this was that where they put him, he thought it was seg. It was actually overflow. Well, it was air conditioned. I told him, until we get things figured out, let's not rock the boat. Enjoy the AC. So he did. And, so there's that. And then I would like to mention Lyle at the Polonsky unit. He listens to the show. He's the one that's been in prison for 50 years that we are waiting on an answer. We should get an answer, probably as soon as Monday. I've been working really hard with this one, this case right there. So my goal is that after he was, the interview was done with the commissioner yesterday with Tony of CNC in Houston, which is Christian New Creations. He's taking in a lot of my clients, and got them on the right path, and they're doing good. Well, he's going to be bringing Lyle into his location for me. And so that's a really big and exciting thing for us. So all we're waiting on is an answer. I'm already tracking him. And because when there's a case like this, when they have the interview, one-on-one personal interview for a client like this, the answers come in as soon as 24 hours up until 72 hours. But, we're looking at the weekend. So I'm thinking we're going to have an answer by Monday. So there's that. So fingers crossed. I was going to say toes crossed, but that's not fair. I only got 5 left. Yeah, you got to laugh, because if you don't laugh, you'll be crying.
Yes.
And so, anyway, the next shout-out I like to do are the 2 guys at the all-red unit. It'd be Big Mike. He was talking so highly about you yesterday on my call with him, Dani. He said, oh, I love Miss Dani. Dani Allen, I love her. We call him Big Mike. I call him Big Mike. Because, I've been working with him for years, and he's been locked up a total of 36 years. And so we are trying to get him out on his parole. His crime is actually a blue-collar, financial-related crime. And to me, that's just ridiculous. 36 years? That's just crazy. So we're trying to get him out. And then the next person would be Adam. Adam has been in prison 25 years on a 50-year sentence. And we're working on getting him out. I'll be representing him again this go around. And he called me today. So anyway, they said the guy said, we heard them talk about you on the radio. Then he said, we love Miss Leanne. I was like, oh, I said, I was listening. And he said, are you going to be on the radio? On the show tonight? I said, I sure am going to try. I'm going to try. So I had to go to the Reaching Behind Bars Network and make sure that Dave posted the radio, reminder. And thank you for always doing that. You are an automatic approved poster there, Dave. So anytime you put anything on there, it's automatically going to pop up. No approval needed.
I try and post on all your different pages.
Yes, I know. I pay attention. I get alerts. And so I have 2 admins there, but I'm still looking for a couple more admins. Dani, if you're interested in adminning on the Reaching Behind Bars Network platforms, you're welcome. You just give me the green light and I'll add you in.
Okay.
So anything that needs to be posted, that it's just, boom, you post it. Now, I got some exciting news to let everybody know in prison, is that I'm getting ready to launch the Reaching Behind Bars Network podcast. And I've been getting the equipment together. I had a $300 mic donated to me by digital media contact that I have. And he said, I got this $300 mic, and I'm going to send it to you. So I looked at the specs on it, and so I'm so excited. But I'm doing the preparation part of me launching it. And the things I'm going to be talking about, focusing on, is the parole system.
Leanne, we have a few.
Penalty.
Oh, I like that. I like focusing on that. But we have quite a few people on hold. I think David's probably going to reach out to you, maybe to do a segment on a coming show.
Okay. Well, let me just get out of the way, but I wanted to say hello to the guys and gals inside TDC. God bless you. You're in my heart and prayers.
Well, we love you, Leanne, and we hope you have a great weekend.
So all right, you too, team. Bye.
Bye. All right, she's so sweet. Let's get Miss Austin. Hey, Miss Austin.
Hello, how are you?
Doing good.
I'm good. Hold on, let me go in the quieter area. Okay, I want to give a shout out to my husband because I also did listen to you. I love you. Have a good night, and I will see you on Monday.
Yay!
Thank y'all.
Thank you, Miss Austin. You have a great weekend.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, now let's grab Miss Tiffany. Let's get her.
How are you doing tonight?
Doing good. How about you?
I'm doing just fine. The shout out goes to my hubby shop in the SSC Houston. Just wanted to know that I'm with you, baby. I'm cleaning up now. Dinner's done. The kids are fed, and everybody is asleep. Well, little baby mama, little girl here is asleep. So she won't be telling you good night tonight, but you know she loves you. In fact, she loves seeing you today. So I'm just home here, just getting ready for bed and everything, getting ready to show my houses tomorrow. But I wanted to let you know that I love you and I miss you, and the visit went great. And on his behalf, I know he didn't tell me this earlier, but I want to go ahead and send a shout out to the guys in FEC Houston and 5 West. You know, every Friday I tell you every day it's going to get closer and closer to you guys getting out, so you keep your head out. And baby, I want you to know that I love you and I miss you. And I will see you Friday. And good night and sweet dreams. I love you, baby.
Have a great weekend, Tiffany.
We do the same. Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right, Miss Lydia has been holding for a little while. Hey, Miss Lydia.
Hey, Miss Dani, how are you today?
Doing good. How about you?
I'm wide awake tonight.
Oh, hey.
Yeah. I'm outside out here. My brother's doing a brisket at this time of night, believe it or not, but it's nice and cool out here, and I just want to wish Beto a happy birthday. Just tell him that I love him and I miss him, and saludos to the guys, and I hope you all cook something good for Beto. A nice cake or some tacos or something. But we're good, mijo. I don't know if Tia Patty's called in, or she's probably on hold already. But I'm out here with Theo. He barbecued, and then now Tia Patty told him to put a brisket that she wants him to cook for her on the pit. So the brisket's going to stay outside in the pit, and Theo's going to go to bed. So we're going to have a burnt brisket in the morning, surely. Yeah. So Theo wants to wish you a happy birthday, mijo.
Happy birthday, Beto. Love you.
Yeah. So I'm just going to be out here a little bit, and then I'm going to head on in, mijo, to the house. Okay? My saludos to Big Will, to Eric, Roderick, Brandon, Mark. I just want to tell you all that you're thought of, okay? And thanks to you guys, David, Linda, Danny. Thank you all for all you do for us.
Well,
good night, guys.
Thank you, Miss Lydia.
I'll tell you how good the brisket is tomorrow.
Rub it in.
Yeah,
rub it in. A good night.
Good night. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right, let's get to Anonymous. I am curious about Anonymous. So my curiosity has gotten the best of me, so.
Okay, well, I'll be really brief because I know we've got a lot of people on the line, but I just wanted to give a shout out to both you, Danielle, and CJ on the first day of the rest of your lives.
Thank you so much.
And the finger guy too.
And the finger guy too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I don't know who that was.
Oh, David told me it was a...
That's what she told me?
It was a female.
It was a female, wasn't it?
No, that's
a fella.
Oh my gosh, I am so sorry.
Linda.
What?
Yeah, I can't take her anywhere. I just can't. I can't. It's, you know.
I make Danny's life exciting. Don't let her.
See, she's trying to blame it on me.
Yeah.
All David's fault.
It's David. Well, yeah. I do. I blame it on you. Well, let's get. I know Captain Tom was hiding it somewhere in that, because the one time I didn't.
This is KPFT Houston. I'm Captain Tom. I'm doing my shout-outs for the prison show. Hello, David, and hello, Jenny, Linda, and anybody else that's in the studio. So here we go. We have J.B. Anderson. We have Leroy. We got John Michael Armstrong. We have a couple of new guys. Douglas Parker. We got Rudy Gonzalez. We have also Mike Dean. We have Jerry Lewis. And we have a few others. And I'm trying to get my list coordinated. So shout outs to all veterans and all homeless veterans. And you can donate to KPFT by going to kpft.org or call 713-536-5738 or text the word GIVE to 713-526-5738. And you can also be a sustainer. So make sure you donate to the Prison Show. I'm Captain Tom. See you next week right here at KPFT.
Well, thank you, Captain Tom. I wanted to give a shout out or ask if anyone has the information, maybe a phone number. Kevin Holder passed away last August of 2025 from the Wayne Scott. He was at the Wayne Scott unit. His mother wrote to us here at the Prison Show, and I would really like to reach out to her. I do have her address, but I was just curious if anyone had her information so I could reach out to her. So please let us know. And now it is time for Eva.
Hey cutie, how are you doing? Well, it's Thursday when I'm recording this, so what I'm going to have to do today is pack my stuff for my short trip. I guess I will probably leave tomorrow around 8 a.m. I'm not sure yet what I have to take with me, as there might even be a thunderstorm on Monday. Oh, I think I didn't tell you yet, I will return on Tuesday next week. So the original plan was to only stay until Sunday, but then I added 2 more nights to have a bit more time. My sister and her husband will leave on Sunday already though, unless they change their mind, but probably not. So I didn't hear from you yesterday, so I used the time to write a little poem. Well, not sure if little is the right way to say because it's not that short. Yeah, I'm curious what your thoughts are about this one, but I think it gives this whole topic a different dimension. Yeah, you will see, I guess. Okay, cutie, I also hope you find something enjoyable to do this weekend, and please cross your fingers that I won't slip and fall again, especially with the streets maybe being wet after the rain. We don't need that, right? Okay, cutie, be good, and I hope there will be something that makes your weekend amazing.
All right, thank you, Eva. Now, I believe we have Caitlin.
This is a shout for Bethel. Hola, Bethel, how are you? I hope that you're in good spirits, staying safe, and in good spirits, and smiling. I also want to wish you happy birthday. As you can hear, it's pretty quiet where I am because I'm in work, so you don't hear Belle saying her little words, but I know she would be saying hello, I'm wanting belly rubs. I also want to say a big hi to the guys You all know who you are. Will, Mark, Debo, and Rudy. Hope you all are doing well and staying safe. So, good night, everybody. And to everybody at the Prison Show, a big, big thank you for making this happen.
All right. Thank you, Caitlin. And now we have, I think that would be Kalyango, I believe.
Good evening to everyone on the Prison Show. I want to send my shout out to my brother Franklin Davis, Melissa Lucio, Lady Laudry, Lasso Peter Jr., Robinson Roberts, to my beautiful mom, Mom Linda, Madame Dani, David, Francis, Peter. Have a blessed weekend. Bye.
Oh, that cut off. All right. Well, thank you, Kalyango. Let me see here. Rusty over at the Ramsey unit received your letter with a lot of information in there. So I will definitely see if I can get this over to Miss Savannah. Okay. How about Miss Kiki?
Message for Rodney at the Plunge unit. Hey Rodney, it's Kiki. I'm just at home, waiting for you to call. I hope you're having a good day. I'm at home with the caregiver and Jeff. We just did some gardening, getting some stuff done around the house, and still waiting for you to call me. Anyways, I love you, I'm thinking of you, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. I hope you have a wonderful night. I love you. Mwah, mwah. Missing you already. Have a good night, Roddy. Thank you, Danny. Thank you, David. Thank you, Linda, and everybody out there listening. I hope you guys all have a wonderful night, wonderful week, and I will talk to you guys again next week. Thank you. Love you, Rodney. Mwah, mwah.
I knew there was going to be another kiss. That's why I was waiting. I knew there was.
She can't help it.
No, she can't. And
she's bit by the bug.
Yeah, big time. Morgan asked, and no, I did not. I said asked, A-S-T. We received I received your letter you're over in California. So I received it, and we all want to give you a great big shout out. I'm going to read more of your letter later on this evening, but we wanted to make sure you got a shout out. And I'm sure you're going to get another one soon. Oh, we have Mr. Jason on the line. So let's get Jason. Hey, Jason.
Well, hello, the Prison Show. How are y'all tonight?
I was thinking you weren't going to call in.
Well, I'm faithful to my family, the Prison Show family. And I almost forgot. Like, I was like, what am I thinking? And I snapped out of it. So I was like, anyways, okay, so my first shout out is going to be to my nephew Logan. He should be getting released pretty soon. Next one is going to be for El Jahara at the Robertson unit, Nico at the Robertson unit, Joseph at the Styles unit, Little J at the Allred unit, Walter at the Bill Clemens unit, Jonas, a.k.a. Lakewood, at the Styles unit. I'm looking for your letter, Jonas. Jedediah, Little Dre at the Robertson unit. I'm also looking forward to your letter. Jeremy at the Robertson unit. Devilish at the Robertson unit. Cody at the James Linoff unit. Rodney at the Robertson unit. I'm waiting on your letter as well. Billy at the Robertson unit. How about Rob at the Michael Trustee camp? You're still there, but you should be coming home pretty soon. And I got your letter. I wanted to let you know I got your letter, and I am going to be writing you back next month. So that's a good thing. Let's see. How about a special shout out from Gadget at Lynn at the Skyview unit. Norman at the Ringlight unit. How about a new one? I have a new shout out for Jefferson County Facility. And how about Keyshawn? Hey, Keyshawn, hold your head up. You should be coming back. Hopefully you'll be coming back. Let's see. How about Alex at the Bradshaw unit? William at the Houston ISF unit. Blake at the James Lenoff unit. How about James? A special shout out to James at the Telfer unit. And then I have how about Shields at the Bill Clemens unit? Little Rick at the Bill Clemens unit. I'm still waiting on your letter, Rick. Let's see. How about Pirate at the Bill Clemens unit? How about that name? How about that name, Pirate? How about Michael at the Michael? How about Michael at the Michael unit? Yeah, what a combination. Michael at the Michael unit. Let's see. How about Mr. Patterson at the Wallace unit? Mr. Graves at the Robertson unit. Redneck at the Robertson unit. And how about my old coworker Bean? He's now at the Bill Clemens unit. And then, I did find out that your son is now incarcerated. So I'll be, doing a shout out for you and your son now that he's incarcerated. And I hope both of y'all get out soon. Especially Bean. He's at a program unit. And let's see. How about my bestie Stefan? Hey, Stefan at the Robertson unit. Casper at the Robertson unit. CC at the Robertson unit. AJ at the Robertson unit. Todd at the Robertson unit. And my favorite one is Byron at the Robertson unit. We're still there at the Robertson unit. And I'm going to say it every time when I do my shout out. How about that? Yes. And special shout out to Ted at the Buster Cole unit. And Gagnon at the Arkansas Cummings unit. Deshauna wanted me to give you a special shout out. And that is my shout outs for tonight. Hopefully I'll have some more that I can scratch off my list and maybe a few extra ones that I can add on my list. But just so y'all know, I am, writing you slowly. I'm going to write you. It takes time, especially when you only get 5 envelopes and 5 stamps a month to write with. So bear with me. I am going to write you. And I want to say a big thank you to everyone on the Prison Show, Miss Dani, Miss Linda, David, and Miss Joanne. And a great thank you to the work that the Death Row Angels is doing. And y'all have a great night. And I will see y'all next Friday.
All right. Well, thank you, Jason. You have a great weekend.
Yes, ma'am. Y'all do the same. Y'all have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Now we have the mysterious Mike, because David is correct. He's pretty mysterious.
Hello, this is Mysterious Mike doing his shout-outs for the Historic Prison Show on the Mighty 90 KPFT. Here's my shout-outs. The guys of Texas, Guy Alexander, Jamie Cuppett, Stephen Russell, Stephen McGee. Shout-out for Philip Perez. Shout-out for Matt Thomas, Edward Reese, Adam Wilkerson. Shout-out for Aaron Vasquez. Shout-out for Haas. Shout-out for Keith Money. Tasha wants me to do a shout-out for Payday. Shout-out for Oz. A shout-out for Curtis Robertson. Shout-out for Jesse Cortez. shout out for Raymond Lee Cart. And a special shout out to Clarence Bowman. Hopefully everything's working well with your life. And remember to donate to the Historic Prison Show and the Mighty 90 KPFT. And hope everybody enjoys the summer. Adios.
Adios, Mike.
Sayonara.
Sayonara. Hey, I think the finger guy should do a shout
Well,
out.
he's got to get up to the mic, though.
Okay. No, he's saying no.
He's saying no. He just wants to point his finger at you.
Hey, he's just pointing. Well, come point the finger in the camera.
Guess who's calling me?
Who?
Carrie Yates.
Really?
Yep.
Oh. I wonder why she didn't leave a...
I don't know. Can you hear us? Hold on. Let me see if I can put you on speaker. I don't know why it's doing that.
We're working on it. Or David's working
try it
on
now.
it.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Hello, Houston. It's Kerry from the UK. Hope you're okay.
I can barely hear her.
You can barely hear? Let me crank her up some more.
Okay, go ahead, Carrie.
Yep. I don't know. She must have dropped off.
Hello?
There you are. Go ahead. Make a shout out.
Hello, it's Houston in the US of A. How are you? Hope you're okay. This is the first ever live I've ever done. It's 4:30 in the morning over here, and it's so hot. We haven't had a lot of rain in the last 2 months, and it's gone nearly 100 Fahrenheit over here, believe it or not. But I just wanted to say hi. This is me. I've got no script in front of me, and I just want to say hi to David for doing this. And obviously the lovely Dani, Linda, and everyone else behind the scenes. I do apologise if I missed anybody out. But this is me in the flesh. Hope you're okay and all, coping well in the heat over there. We're suffering a bit over here. And, this is me. I hope you're all well and everything. And, that's what I'm hard beating fast because I am really, really live. Hope you're all okay.
Well, we're doing great. Well, I'm sorry to hear that you're having so much heat over there.
Yeah, she can't hear you.
Oh.
That's the problem because she's on Facebook Messenger. So you just have to talk, Carrie, because you can't hear Dani. Whenever I have the mic on, you can't hear her because you don't have a speaker.
Well, just find the normal love. Just talk to me as if you're talking to me. But, as I say, you have to get the stations going on WhatsApp and I'll be able to hear you all.
Yep. Well, it's good that you called. We appreciate you.
Yeah, as I say, it's just a case of my voice goes in and out because the heat and my allergies do not mix at the moment.
Well.
But, it's the way it is at the moment. I've just ordered another aircon unit for my house because it's very, very hot at the moment.
Yeah, my AC went out this week too, so I feel you.
It's very expensive time at the moment over here. Aircon units galore. But, I will do a proper shout out when my voice is a lot better. But as I said, it's cooled down now, but it's a bit late to record a message because it only goes better at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
But, as I say, just want to say hi to everybody, the families, everybody, that's listening in. Lots of love and take care from your friends.
All right. Have a good night.
Well, it's morning over here and the sun's just coming up.
All right. Well, have a good morning. Drink a cup of coffee for me.
I'm probably going to have a glass of cold milk.
Okay. Sleep
I
good.
love all you. Love and kisses and gentle, cool hugs. All right?
All right.
Now, you take care.
Oh, she's so sweet.
She is.
I just...
Sorry to hear she's not doing so good.
So, Joanne, does Joanne have a shout out?
She'll have to grab her microphone.
She's getting it. She's getting the microphone. Do you have a shout out, Joanne?
Hello.
Hello.
Wow, that's loud. It's okay. It's okay. I don't really have a shout out, but I do want to say hi to everybody and shout out to all the TDCJ residents out there to let you all know that we care. The Prison Show is here for you. I also want to say something special. A shout out to Leroy. Thank you for holding the fort down at home while I'm here. And especially thanks from all of us at the Prison Show for making the stand for the banners.
Yes, big thank you. Thank you to Leroy. Thank you so much. You did an awesome job. We appreciate it. So who else wants to do a show? I know Linda's got a whole list.
Oh, Liz. I know I've been so busy this week. I've been cat sitting.
Yes, and the saga continues. Yes, she's been cat sitting. Her and Joy have done so much for my girls, and they adore them.
Yes, and they love the lake house. They like it. They like staying there, so it's been fun.
Okay, get in the mic now. David's going to yell if you don't.
Okay. James Davis II and James Davis III, Marcus Robinson, Kevin Lights Camera Action Jackson, William F. Owen Sr., Paul DeVoe, Dennis Price, Robert Robertson, Bill Big Flo, Iron Thunderhorse. Thunderhorse, I hope you're doing okay. I understand you're out in the hospital, but nobody knows which hospital, so I hope you're doing better, if you can hear this. Bill Sims, CJ, Jaime Cole, Tyrone Williams, Will Spear, Ronald Haskell, Franklin Davis, Charles C. Bolton, Lucky Ward, David Wood, Gregory Allen, Joey Vila, Garland Harper, Tyrone Jamal Williams, Vincent Baker, Sharon McKinney, Arthur Holloway, Alex Rigsby, Lane Mary Girls from Michelle Urban, Jason Thornton, Sorindo Dominguez, Stephen Banks, Cody Webb, Vanessa Escobar, Morgan Est, James Shinock, Emmanuel Etienne, Thomas Florence, Alex Rigsby, and Joseph Hernandez.
I think the Emmanuel's the one that we got the letter from.
Yes, I don't know what to do about it. I'm reading it, but
I guess we'll take you off the list because he's saying that he's not approving any shout-outs.
Oh, is that what he said?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't read that. He said that he wants us to do more than a shout-out to help him with the FBI.
Oh, was that him?
Yes.
Oh.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah, you just handed me a letter that. Anyway,
that's the one I gave you, the Etienne.
Anyway, so David, you got shout-outs?
Man, I got a whole list of them.
Well, go ahead.
My grandson keeps texting me though. Let me get back over here to my shout-outs. I told him I was on the air, but he
doesn't care.
Well, he's got some stuff going on in his life, and I've been there, done that. So
yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to play catch up.
I was about to say dead air.
Shout out to Andrew Tenney, Bill Sims, Charles Flores, Cornelius Robinson. When you getting out, Rob? Am I going to have to look at the website? You never look. You tell us you're getting out, but then that's all you tell us. Jason's looking to meet up with you too. 3RD, Dennis Richardson, Dennis Price, Douglas Rivera, Jay Van Story, Jeremy Adler, Joe Ramirez, Kenny Morissette, Kenny Travis. It's funny every time I see that. El Helmer.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Sharon. Paul Sims, Pete Sines, Roderick Johnson, Rodney Reed, Sonny Wilson, Stephanie Martin, Will Spear, and Clinton. Clinton, I hear you doing pretty good out there. Or in there. We're waiting for you to get back out here. And then I'll open up. I got Joseph Hernandez, Benjamin Byes. Benjamin, you need to get a hold of J. Dan Gum. That's probably going to be the best thing you can ever do. John Swenson, Charles Booth, Joseph Verbos, Cecil Fluker, Eric Hensley, Thomas Murphy, Wilson Cruz, Tyree Young, Marcus Brown, Brian Poplin, Derek MacArthur, Corey Odoms, Anthony Thomas, Jason Walker, James Christian, Jeremy Roundy, Jerry True, Jeffrey Finley, Yason Hawkins, Dutch, Kwame Teague, Marvin Covington, Junior Williams, Russell Ingle, Daniel Lipscomb, Richard Jumper, Devin Parsons, Will Greer, Victor Gamble, Howard Wells, James McElraith, hang in there, James, Michael Perez, Sean Walton, Terry Taylor, Kevin Jackson, and Dominique Gully. How's that?
That was a whole...
That's a pretty good list. And I wasn't even all of them. I keep going, but those are the ones that have been writing me in the last few days.
Well, I've had quite a few write me, and I do apologize because I haven't been able to visit. There have been, a lot of stuff going on, especially the flooding of my apartment,
Yeah.
which has taken up a lot of my time. I had scheduled some visits, but I had to cancel for obvious reasons. But I'm going to get back on track soon, I swear to you, and I will be letting you know when. So big shout out to Bo Farron, T. Hey T, hope you're doing good, and I hope you got my message. And hey, let me know what's going on with that. Let's see, Kelsey Young, hope you're doing good. Randy Halprin, Larry at the Huntsville unit, Britt Rapowski, hey. Troy Glover, hey, we were just talking about you. Greg Bryant, hey Greg. Travis Fletcher, of course. Eddie at the Wainwright unit. Brandon, hey Brandon. Joel at Hughes unit. And David Davis, hey David. Jay and Chucky at the Win unit. Leroy, I missed your call just by like a second. I missed your call. Call me back. Brian Rogers, Jeff Pribble, Will Spear, Rexalicious, of course Rexalicious, and CJ. I was on the phone with someone the other day, and there was a Rex over at their unit, and I said, is it Rexalicious? And he said, I'm not going to ask him if he's Rexalicious. I'm not going to ask him that.
Hey!
Hey, are you Rexalicious? So that's what I got. And of course, as I said, I got married today. So a big woo to CJ.
You said you knew who he was.
Yeah.
I thought you might want to shout out.
Oh, hey, shout out to Garcia. Is it Garcia or Garza at the Polonsky? Linda. Is it the gentleman that helps us? We know him when we go in and visit. He told Joanne that he hadn't seen us in a while. He's so sweet.
Oh, Fabian? Fabian, the SSI?
Yes.
Yeah, his name is Fabian.
No, that's why I was at.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Garza, I think.
Hey, we haven't been. Yeah, we are.
Pull up.
I know we'd already said the unit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, we haven't been there. That's why you haven't seen us.
Yeah, it's been 2 months since I've been there, but I'm going to start back in the 1st of August. The doctor's giving me a go ahead.
Yeah.
I mean, it just stands to reason you hadn't been there. That's why he hadn't seen you.
Yeah, absolutely.
But whoever it was that I saw at Palenque the other day, I'm trying to remember your name, but I can't get it right. So that's who they're trying to say shout out to.
Yeah, they figured it out.
Yeah, we figured it out.
You can't say a first and last name and unit, so they already said his first name and
No,
unit.
I said everything.
Yeah, and I just said everything.
I was trying to cover it up. She just won't let me, will she?
No.
Once I start talking, I talk.
Yep. Once you start snapping, snap.
Yep.
That's right.
Hey. Just saying.
Just saying. That's right. Just saying. And I don't want to hear nothing from anyone about my driving. I'm sorry.
I ain't said nothing about your driving.
Well, everybody else does. They say Joy and everyone.
I just try and stay out of your way.
Yeah.
She drives very fast.
Yeah.
I have to drive faster.
Joanne? No. Nothing got any. Man, I was gripping that handle. I was like, oh. It was the oh my god.
I'm driving Dee Dee's car, and last week I was telling her about when you're in cruise control and you're doing 90 and you hit resume, it slows down to 88 before it gets back up to 90, and she goes, "You're doing 90?"
That's why he's been in so many wrecks.
No, I haven't been in car wrecks.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You were, It's just motorcycle.
Yeah, but if you pull in front of me, what am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to go? That guy pulled in front of me and stopped. So.
You probably made him mad because that's something.
Then his wife gets out and says, Mister, you were doing flip-flops. No, duh.
I know I was. I felt it.
I passed him up. The bike stopped and I didn't. But I only had a broke toe that time, so that wasn't too bad.
If they're picking at you about your driving, you can't be any worse than mine.
No, yours is horrible.
I'm a good driver in an automobile. I've even got a commercial driver's license. So.
Well, good. Get behind the wheel with her. Because, man.
With Joanne?
Oh, my Lord. I was like, oh.
Hang on.
And when she wants her lemonade or sweet tea, it's like, vroom.
Have you seen the TikTok or whatever where the guy gets in the car and he starts putting on all these different seat belts, and he's got about 10 different seat belts, and his wife's just looking at him.
That's what I needed.
And
today.
then he reached down and got another one.
Yeah. That's what I needed today. Lord have mercy.
Huh. Well, it's been a good show. I wish I could play Terry's song as a going out song, but I don't think they'd let me.
Probably not.
That's a pretty cool song, though.
I didn't hear it.
Oh, yeah.
You have to go back and listen to it.
Yeah.
Or maybe she's over here just to singing. Here, let me hit that mic down there.
Go ahead.
I turned her mic off. It's a going out time.
It's a going out.
She's over here tapping me on the back and stuff. It's been a good show, and I had a few people text me about Terry, and they asked me, what prison was he on? I said, well, he wasn't in prison. He goes to a lot of prisons because he's an attorney. He just looks kind of thuggish.
He does. People say he doesn't look like an attorney. That's what I was teasing him about today.
Yeah, well, the guards ask him to say, you're really an attorney? So, yeah.
And then he showed that one video of the poo-poo in the toilet. You remember that? Was that at a prison?
It was probably at the county jail.
Okay, yeah, it was.
He made an advertisement out of it, though. If you find yourself in some dookie,
and it was,
and you want to get free. Anyway, we can't. We're not supposed to go there. Sandy really did call me and said we can't do that.
Well, yeah, I wasn't doing it. You were.
He said that's an outright commercial. No, we got a guest on here. We're all laughing and joking. I think it's funny. It's really catchy.
I think so, too.
It ain't no worse than talking about a bunch of dick.
No.
Every time you drive down the freeway, you see a big old sign about some dick.
Dick. Yeah, I love dick.
Do you?
What dish?
Joe loves dick.
Joe loves dick, yeah.
Joe went to dinner with some dick.
Yeah, he did.
Had a party. I guess Dick had a party. Joe went and partied with Dick.
Yeah, Joe went and partied with Dick.
Oh, he's going to get up on the mic. Which one to get? Oh, he's just getting the
He's
headphones.
just getting the headphones.
I thought he was going to talk.
I couldn't hear you. You're talking about me.
Yeah, we're talking about Dick.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Nah, that's funny. That's just good stuff.
Remember Eric Dick's billboard. It says Dick can get you off. Or Dick will
Dick
get you off.
Dick can get you off. That's the newest one. Yep.
Dick
That's the newest. That ain't no different than Ray talking about Pussy Riot all the time. Whenever they got out of prison, But whenever they got out of prison, Ray said this would be the only time that we'll be able to talk about this on air, and we did every chance we got. Anyway, it's time to go, man. Y'all stay tuned for Skylar Dawn. She's gonna be back on here with damage control, and man, we'll see you next week. Y'all try and stay cool the best you can.
Have a great weekend.
Daddy, I'm coming to see you at visiting hours next week. Mama ain't been doing too well, I'll tell you more when we speak. And Billy's loving high school. He's out there blocking for JV. I'm sure he's gonna come around by the time you get released. It's Friday night, the inmates go quiet. Listen for a voice they know. It's prison radio. It's prison radio. From Paris to Polanski, bonjour, be more. In my dreams I can see your freedom. I will hold you once more. The man with no visitors, no money on the books. Remember, David's always gonna be here. You're never so alone. This thing's my love. It's Friday night, the inmates go quiet. Listen for a voice they know. It's prison radio. Prison radio. And to all the laughers, men sitting on the road, try to keep your heads up. You ain't beat if you got hope. It's Friday night, the inmates go quiet. Listen for a voice they know. It's prison radio. Prison radio. Broadcasting home. The radio show.
The battle can be won. Yeah. Rarely seen somebody fail if they follow every step. Stay humble, stay focused, put the ego on the shelf. But some won't recover cause they won't face the truth. Can't be honest with themselves, so they never